and that is that George W. Bush had his dentures carved out of hippo ivory. Now, just a random fact, but an interesting one at that, considering we are seeing George Washington, was the individual who had his dentures made out of hippo teeth. And just an interesting fact that is relevant considering we are watching a lot of hippo teeth this morning, a lot more than we usually see. And you can see some blood. I mean, nothing serious coming from the jaws of these animals, but that is understandable considering how they have been crashing into one another. Surely one of you guys have just got to establish who's in charge. One of you's got to accept that you're not good enough. But like I say, if it's a well-managed fight, just as it would be with humans, with no person willing to stand down, it could go on for a long time, and to kind of a point of no return potentially for either one of these individuals. But let's see what happens now that they are getting onto the shallower section, it appears. It is at times like this where one may turn the other and get it out the dam, but as we did see earlier, the individual that did prove dominant for a short period of time and turn the one and get it running out the dam shortly stopped its chase or charge and didn't continue to chase the individual away for good. More tail flapping or dung flapping. It appears that it may have run out of dung because that was just a tail flap with no dung, being swished from side to side. That also that interesting mouth movement that they do, opening and closing their mouth. I don't know if that's simply to soothe the little cuts and sores from the fighting or to entice the other individual in. What is going through their heads? Oh, all the outspeakers are back. They're coming in numbers now. There's 4 that have landed collectively, or all on the one individual. They're taking sides, it appears. I think they've simply chosen that one because he was more submerged out the water, or less submerged in the water, more submerged out the water. A bigger island on which to beach themselves. Wow, look at that, folks. Look at this. This is serious now. This is serious. He's really got him coming towards us here now. And that was one of the most powerful displays certainly that we've seen exerted between these two. And is he going to continue to struggle out the water now? Will he continue to force it out the water? No, it looks like the other one's managed to regain some strength, and also I think because it has the bank of the dam in its favor. Wow. Now you saw how quickly the one individual managed to force the other one in one direction. He really did have the upper hand, but it did turn at one point, and now the individual that was getting taught a lesson has evidently pulled back a few notches. But what we have is certainly seen as an increase in intensity. Incredible. The problem is they do get tired, understandably, and now, even after that very intense battle, they need a small break now, it appears, to regain their breath and their strength. I'm just hoping they aren't going to run into us at any stage, but I'm mentally prepared to get this vehicle started and out of here as quickly as possible. It's always the same individual that is doing the tail flapping of dung, and that is the individual that did get chased out the water and doesn't have a notch in its ear. The one with the notch in its ear does appear to be the more dominant, I think, but I am losing focus of what's going on here as they do begin to fight. But I will be able to look back at the photographs and, oh, we have a victor. Maybe not. Yeah, it's hard to tell because now I've noticed that it was the one without the notches in its ears that got the better of the one with the notch in its ears. So they are very evenly matched, these two. Because on one occasion, the individual with the notch in the ear managed to chase the other individual completely out of the water. And now in this case, the individual without the notches in the ear seemed to win that round fairly convincingly. Doris from Kentucky, good morning. Doris has just provided us with some interesting information on this hippo, and Doris has been watching WildEarth for years and remembers that there was a hippo at Gowrie Dam with a notch in its ear a few years back when they were last filming here, so it could well be that same individual. Thanks for that, Doris. I will definitely chat with Mark, as Mark was here back then and he may know more about this than myself, well, he definitely will. So we will ask and maybe try and see in the archives if we can establish if it is the same individual, because wouldn't that be nice to know that he has been dominant here for the last few years and now is potentially going to lose or regain control of this dam, but it does have competition. Out the water, this is going to be good, folks. This means we can see something very interesting here shortly. Let's watch what happens here. Wow, look at that. Listen to that power. Their teeth rubbing together. There you can see some blood on the two. Not much, but it is there. But this is now where they can really start causing damage to one another. When they're out the water and they've got full strength, you can see a lot of blood dripping down their chins now. But this is kind of what we were expecting, folks, for them to get out of the water. And that's when they can really cause damage to one another, but it seemed fairly even there. It did seem fairly well matched. So this is going to go on for a while until one of them tires and starts losing strength. But as we could all see there, very well matched and still a long way for these two to go before they work out who's boss. Wow, this is incredible. Certainly the best hippo interaction I've ever seen, or hippo fights I've ever seen. So I hope you're enjoying it, folks, because I certainly am, and I haven't seen anything quite as dramatic as this regarding hippo fights. Shame they're just so tired now. Have you seen hippo fighting before, Brian?
This is my first time.
Well, we've hit the jackpot then.